Hi there. This is a reading for Sagittarius from Metal Dog Tarot. Heather Martell, that is my name. I'm out here in Flagstaff, Arizona, and most of the people that watch this are my friends. And I have learned since I last did a Sag reading that I have so many amazing Sagittarians in my life. And so I'm excited to do a reading for you. I'm going to do something different from what I normally do and from what I've done in every other reading this month, which is I'm going to take a page from Cindy in Awakening to Spirit, and I'm going to do a Strengths, Weaknesses, Release, and Receive reading for you. We'll see what happens in that reading. Anyway, she's my absolute favorite reader. She is empathic, amazing storyteller, and I just love the journey that is watching one of her readings. So, in honor of Cindy of Awakening to Spirit, a reading for you, Sagittarians. Okay, so I pulled a couple of oracle cards to get this started out here, and because I think of you, Centaur people, adventurous and brave, and with your amazing sense of humor, your ability to laugh at all of our corny jokes, and to crack a few yourself. Yeah, these cards seem perfect for you in two ways. So first of all, you get bravery, oceans, kid walking across the globe here. This is about water power. So let's look a little bit here at what the book, the Elemental Oracle, tells us about what this artist means, what the Oracle has to tell you through this card of bravery and oceans. It says, go forth and explore. You won't see much if you keep the shore always in sight. Be brave in your choices. This is not the time to be fearful. Someone who is close to you has a hidden side, and it is best to be mindful of this in your decision making. Very provocative, right? Let's see. It says in the end here, ocean-based magic, like all water magic, concerns itself with the cycles of movement in the forms of stagnancy and flow, prosperity, and emotional balance. So first of all, bravery, that is just your nature, as is travel and exploring and getting away from shore. The second card you get is dark matter or mystery. And this is a beautiful card here before what appears to be a portal, a black hole, an opening in the sky, a tornado, and all of these butterflies, one of which is over her mouth. And so one Sag I know and love is very much all about the butterflies. You know who you are. I also see that this appears to be happening in glass, and that I can see that the glass is getting shocked with something is hitting the glass here. Right, so this is happening behind glass, which is cracking open. So the dark matter. So let's look really quickly at that. I thought it was cool advice here I want to share with you, Sag. Okay. Dark matter, mystery. The world still has mystery, and this is a fine thing. Just because you cannot see it doesn't mean it is not there. You do not have to know the details of everything. Some things are better not revealed at this time. Have faith. Okay, so you're told twice here to have faith in order to be brave, which is your nature, but here have faith when you don't know something. And Sagittarians are always the experts on Sagittarians. I watch Coyote Star Astrology. She is a Sagittarian, and she explained to us this new moon that we just had with a solar eclipse in Sagittarius. She explained to us that Sagittarians are know-it-alls. So I'm not saying that you're know-it-alls, but mystery. It's okay not to know if you do think you know it all. Okay, so let's find out more about this right? Your strength, your weakness, your advice of what to release, and what is coming in. What should you be prepared to receive? I'm going to pull a couple cards from this deck. It is the sweetest deck. My first deck. It always feels so sweet. It's like my cat in my hands. It's the Tarot of the Wild Unknown. And we will cut the deck here. And we will find out about you, Sag. Okay. The first thing is your strength, which is the Six of Cups. Here, this is a little pine with deep rainbow roots. The Six of Cups is about nostalgia. It's about past lives. It's about soulmate. I think of it also, it's about inner child stuff too. That's not me. This tree in particular reminds me of a tree in my woodsy walks here in northern Arizona. This tree here is clearly always a reminder to me of my inner child. It connects me right in to those young parts of me with their wisdom and also their survivalism. But your ability to connect with your inner child, this is a strength of yours. And your roots are full of color and creativity and light. Okay, your weakness is... What weakness? The Ace of Swords. That's funny because we got mystery as something underlying here. So, yeah, the inner child, Six of Cups, makes me think of this kid bravely venturing away from shore. No problem, right? But here we have the weakness, this rainbow in symbol of infinity made from a snake's form around the sword, lightning striking that. This is the truth. This is intellect. And since we got mystery, it's okay not to know something. And we had that little bit of detail about thinking you might, maybe thinking you know everything. So somewhere in that realm is weakness. Something just at the moment, that you may think is a strength. It may, especially if that's accurate, that you know it all. Oh, that's funny. Okay, it is time to release the Seven of Wands. This is standing alone. This card in particular in this deck, this is about being alone in a crowd, defending yourself. This is a card of resistance. So in some way, it is time to release resistance that is in this solitary, sort of being a light in the darkness all by yourself. Yeah, and we really do have kind of a light in the darkness thing happening here. This singular, and I know of Sags that you're good on your own, but this is about resistance. So let's get in. So we want to release resistance here. So, I'm a Scorpio. I'm like, say yes. Hey, yes. Don't say no. Don't resist. Let's see. We'll pull more cards to see what's coming in that the cards are saying, don't resist. What's coming in here? What should you be ready to receive? Well, shit. It's an Eight of Swords. That's no fun. Eight of Swords is, it's a new perspective. It's a perspective shift. And I really do see like butterflies here again, right? We get the butterflies in this, right? So this butterfly is about to dry her wings and fly off, right, out of this very parallel situation of a feeling of isolation, in this case, resistance. And that's what you're releasing. But now you're about to receive liberation from a mindset that says you're trapped. In fact, you are free. You have wings. You just need to open them up and fly, right? So fly away from the shore. Okay. Change of perspective. That is what you were about to receive. So let's find out more. This is fun, Sagittarius. I like you. I like my Sag friends, my Sag peeps. I see lots of brightness in the dark. I see light. Fun. So your strength is this inner child. Okay. So I'm completely emulating Cindy in Awakening to Spirit. And this is how she pulled the cards in the reading I watched today. Okay. So 3 cards for each. So we get under your strength, we get the Queen of Cups, 8 of Cups, and these are big cards. 9 of Pentacles. There's that being good on your own. So here's the 8 of Cups. I'm sorry. This is the Queen of Cups, and this is the feminine, emotionally mature, able to go deep. Right? She's got an Ace of Cups down here. This is an emotionally deep, receptive side of you, right? We're in the cups. This is your access to your inner child, and to your feelings, and to the depths and of history, really, because that 6 of Cups, nostalgia, is ability to connect across lives. So you have depth, you have emotional maturity, and you're good at communicating your feelings. That's good. You're also in your strength. There's a 8 of Cups. This is a traveler, somebody who is willing and ready to go, and this beautiful tiger seek emotional fulfillment elsewhere. It's not here, We know that you're something coming in. Release is release. Release is letting go. Some kind of change. It could be a spiritual journey. So your willingness and ability to go deep, to travel, to go elsewhere, to go on a spiritual quest. And also we get this 9 of Pentacles. You are quite comfortable on your own. You know how to make a happy little home. And you have everything that you need, and you're quite satisfied on your own. I see a lot of aloneness, comfort with aloneness here. Maybe we'll see some togetherness ahead. It's all right not to know. Mystery tells us that. So let's see. Ace of Swords. This is your weakness, right? Something to do with the intellect, with truth. 3 of Wands. This is a card of getting help from others. A manifestation coming in. Secondly, we get, 10 of Swords. The Ace of Swords has a 10 of Swords in the background. Hang on, I'll explain. And there's some anxiety and insomnia, a 9 of Swords here. Okay. All right, so we have your weakness is this Ace of Swords. I see something that you've come to know as a result of this card makes me think of this sweet little pair of birds here, and the front bird is, it's a beautiful little lovey spring situation. This bird is bringing a wand to the other bird who's sitting on the fence. So one bird in this story is helping the other, who is receiving this help. And often the 3 of Wands is about a manifestation coming in. In this card, we see a relationship between 2 birds, one helping the other. And very often we see in the 3 of Wands that a person representing sometimes divine help brings a wand in. But then I see a bird, the birds here that are unhappy, right? This is an ending. So this is some truth that came of this relationship. That you learned something in this relationship. There's a truth that you got out of this love story. This was you in love and happily bringing a wand and for your little sweetheart, or vice versa. And then this is the heartbreak, right? This is a total painful loss here. We got the two birds. She is crying out. This bird here is crying out. There are different kinds of birds too. I noticed that. There's a size difference, possibly a maturity difference. But from this story, you have learned something. And what remains is this anxiety here. This is you protecting your inner child. And remember, your inner child is your strength. Your youthful, fun, playful self. You are protecting the child here. You're staying up all night. It's a scary night. The little one can sleep while you protect her or him or them. And this is a wonderful quality that you have here. This is also in your weakness. So what this tells us is this is a place you are growing. Whether this truth is one that you that is holding you back in some way, it's keeping you up at night. This is a place where you need to build strength. So that you can get out of pain from this Ten of Swords, and also get out of anxiety and potentially insomnia. This is in the night. Everyone else is sleeping. Even your little inner child is sleeping, and you're protecting her. And this is, I recognize this in terms of a love story with the two birds and the happy spring beginning and then the Ten of Swords ending. This is a state that I get in when I've had my heart broken, and then I come up with a truth, right? So that truth protects me, just like this Nine of Swords bear is protecting the little cub. But at some point, this is actually not serving me, right? It feels very true. It's quite powerful. But ultimately, this reading is saying that's your weakness. The inner child is not weak. That's your strength. So maybe the story here is trust the little one. The little one is sleeping soundly. Okay, releasing. Release the Knight of Pentacles, I'll show you. Release the Page of Wands. And the Page of Pentacles. Wow, okay. Okay, so we're clarifying this. So this is your release, resistance, okay? So your methods of resistance are going extremely slowly. Knight of Pentacles, the slowpoke knight, a mule, stubbornness. That's one of the ways that you resist. That's what this is telling me. And of course you're a centaur, so half of you is a horse, but sometimes maybe half of you is a mule, okay? And then we have the Page of Wands here, represented by the bowerbird, which is a wonderful bird the male bird, does all of this collecting, makes a beautiful little porch, a little bower to the nest in order to attract the female bird. We can see that this bowerbird has decorated this very artfully. So yes, this is an artful side. What I get from this, how is this a form of resistance? So you're doing a lot out here to the facade here. So there's slow down, mule resistance, and then there's a kind of, the bowerbird puts up a display, a facade. He's just a wonderful bird, beautiful and perfect in and of himself, or herself. Well, it's him in bird's male, okay? So he is maybe not just coming forward as his true self. This is what you want to release, right? These are your forms of resistance. And thirdly, we get the Page of Pentacles. Wow, this is a fantastic octopus. Under the night sky, she's got the one pentacle. She's like, look at my pentacle. These are the ways that you are preventing people from coming close to you again. Yeah, right? Okay. Your inner child, this is your strength. Your ability to feel deeply, your willingness to travel and to move spiritually towards fulfillment, your ability to be alone. These are strengths. Your security in your home. You've been hurt. Therefore, you have learned something, and this is showing up here as a weakness. You might be wrong, right? That's why we get mystery. You might not know everything. There's something that isn't what it appears to be here. And you're asked to release resistance, which here we have stubbornness, putting up a facade. The Page of Pentacles, maybe you kind of are distracting people from who you are in these ways. This way would be like with your things, with your money. Very similar to the Page of Wands, although he's much more of an artsy, passionate type doing that kind of. It could be that you're like one of those comics, right? This could be like telling jokes. And I get a little bit of that from the octopus. To me, what you need to stop doing is being anything other than yourself in order to receive love. This is your resistance, okay? Be yourself. Quit with all the song and dance and the stubbornness, of this Knight of Pentacles. Like, this is another form of resistance. Like, this can be a mix of, I am who I am, and look over here because I don't really love who I am in this story. Wow. Okay. Take or leave, my Sag. Maybe there's something that I said in that resonates because, but you are asked to release your strategies of resistance. And your weakness is some truth that you picked up from a very painful situation involving your passion. Okay, and finally, what is coming in, the new thing that you are ready to receive is this freedom, this letting go into what appears to be mystery, the unknown. Leaving very similar place of being the light in the darkness and this bright butterfly hanging out over these treacherous looking swords. And the lesson of the Eight of Swords is always like it's a perspective shift. Like, you feel trapped, but you're not. And your inner child knows that you can leave. You get the Eight of Cups, right? You can go. You can leave. You're brave. That's a part of your nature, your ability to just go off by yourself and do whatever. You don't care what other people think. Is my sense of you, Sag. I could be wrong. Suddenly seemed very arrogant to say how you are. Okay, what else about the Eight of Swords? The King of Cups. Okay, again, emotionally mature. This is keeping your feelings to yourself. But this orca is leaping up to this Ace of Cups. So if you're letting go of something, a perspective shift is coming in, and you're receiving something to do with this King of Cups, this Ace of Cups. What else? Seven of Pentacles. Here we have this is the person that works very hard. She had this little spider has made all these pentacles. She has captured all of this food and stored it in her little webs. My sister and I recently did a reading for her, and we noticed that this is a black widow, which was like, when we were kids, we were fascinated by black widows because they were just so dangerous, and we were told to be afraid of them. And if we saw a spider with a red belly, to never touch it. And, this is a part of how we were raised. We weren't watched a lot of the time. We were free. We played freely in our neighborhood. I had my big wheel all over the neighborhood. I had friends in the neighborhood that my parents didn't know. This lady, Mrs. Rudolph. We had a fort. I mean, we just went all over. We went over to the neighbor's house, and sometimes bad things happened. But it was a wonderful, free childhood that I had, that I love. And because I tell you this, because your inner child is coming up here as your strength. And so we're seeing that you're going to receive a perspective shift, right? So this little spider that just working and waiting to see the fruits of her labor, she's also got something else. She's got a venom to her. She has power that is not really important to the meaning of this card normally. Actually, let's look at the meaning that the artist gives for us in this card. And let's see if she tells us why she chose this little black widow, if she did. Let's see. The spider stepped back to appreciate the work it created during the day. Each web thoughtfully positioned between the branches, it admired the design and examined each one for holes or potential weakness that would allow its prey to escape. The Seven of Pentacles indicates a time to reflect upon all the work that has led you to this moment in time. It is here that you are asked to examine if you are on the right course for the best results, or do you need to pivot or adjust? Are there any holes or weak spots that would benefit from being filled in? When you find creating a vision for the future challenging, call upon the spider to guide you through the planning process. The spider brings to your situation patience and a sense of quiet as you connect with your higher self. When you work with the spider's spirit, your spidey sense kicks in, and you will find the ability to pick up on the vibration that surrounds you, and with you will instinctively know the right direction to move. So the spider offers patience, creativity, awareness, vibration, connected. Nothing about it being a black widow. That's just something that my sister and I saw. So this is a part of what you're receiving. This advice that will help you get free. And finally, a third card, we get Six of Swords, movement from one worldview to another, from one place to another. Here you are in the ocean, little turtle, right? Remember bravery. This is, so there's some kind of journey here to the sea or in the sea. So those of you that love the ocean, this is what is coming in. And it's also symbolically about, we see the ocean here with the orca as well, receiving this love gift. So this little spider checking out her work. That's funny because we have here like a web, like this is a web, and there's some kind of freedom from that bondage in your future that is totally backed up by this. Looks like a very emotional freedom, but it is the result of all of the work that you have done, right? And if you're someone who has done a lot of healing around your inner child, this is telling you that work is going to deliver you a new perspective, at least some sort of ocean journey. And you don't know what it is yet, right? So you're supposed to be at peace right now with not knowing, with mystery, with darkness. You're being asked to give up, to at least strengthen in this area of what you think you know, which is something you learned through pain, through some kind of painful life experience. You learned a truth. Now you're moving from that truth to a new truth. That's what's coming in for you here as a result of your hard work. This is going to set you free, whatever this new thing is. So if you're a Sagittarius, a little know-it-all, and you think you know something, this is saying there's something you don't know. You're going to get that knowledge ahead as a result of all the work that you've done to heal, right? You've gone through a 4 of Swords, healing. You've gone through a 3 of Swords, a painful heartache, betrayal, something like that. You're in the 6 of Swords. This is coming in for you, a new way of seeing. And I want to go back to your strength here. And one of your strengths is home, ability to make a beautiful home. That when we look at the turtle, the sea turtle, I learned when I went to Hawaii that the sea turtle always has home with her. She carries home right on her back. And so, yeah, and it also, I learned that actually not only when I went to Hawaii, but one of my dear partners had to do some time in prison. She was an eco-terrorist. And basically she burned down some buildings. And she got caught. She spent some time in prison. And people gave her a beautiful image of a sea turtle to remind her that wherever she was, she had home right with her. You know, home's here. Home is in your heart, you know, deep in your heart. It's a gift. You are a beautiful gift. And, you know, that sea turtle is a beautiful symbol of home with you, a home that travels, you know, that can leave the sight of the shore, and you can carry that home with you as you travel through the unknown, what you don't know. So don't be scared, my know-it-all Sag, to see what lies ahead for you. There will be healing in it. There will be freedom from bondage in it. And there's going to be a new truth. If you're able to release all of your resistance, you gotta let that, this is what you're being told to release, all of your show, all of your stubbornness, all of your flashing your coin around, or whatever it is you do that hides you from the ones who want to know and love you. Release that, and this letting go process lies ahead for you. All right, that was fun. I'm grateful to Cindy for this format. Check her channel out. She is brilliant and disarmingly so. And also, she is an Aries, so fellow fire sign of yours. Okay, have a great day.